Start again. Hi guys, Traders Empire. Welcome to Tuesday's technical trading. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Rupen Vara, and I've been a part of this amazing platform called I Am Mastery Academy for just over a year. Some of you may have heard of it, and we use these calls each Tuesday, specifically to talk about different areas of the business. I remember when I started in I Am just over a year ago, a lot of our calls were focused strictly around foreign exchange. That's a lot of us came into this, learning about foreign exchange. And, specifically today, we're going to be talking about cryptocurrency. I'm just going to put my phone on airplane mode. So guys, I'm going to be sharing with you some interesting things today that I will guarantee you at least 50% of you, 90% of it will be new to you. I would say at least the other 50%, this will be stuff that you haven't heard before. So I know we say at the beginning of each call, but please, if you're on your phones, jump on your laptop. If you don't have a notepad and you're planning on taking notes on your phone, don't, grab a notepad. For anyone that was on the call that I did with Ivan Paychecks 2 weeks ago, so many of you messaged me and asked me for that recording. You know what happened? That recording got corrupted. So I apologize if I didn't come back to everyone, but that's what happens. We can't rely on recording, guys. So I'm going to show you some really cool and exciting stuff today. We've currently got coming up to 60 people on the call right now. Continue messaging people. I'm not going to play another tune. You guys are here. You guys have turned up on time, and that's what's up. So let's get started. So guys, first things first, I want to get a temperature check. I know that a lot of people have been catching those 7,000 pips on Bitcoin. I know a lot of people have been smashing it out in DeLorean this week. Who is blue from Bitcoin or crypto in the last, 4 or 5 days? Please drop some ones in the chat. Please drop some ones in the chat. Look at that. I know George is up on Bitcoin. That guy's won 2 competitions back to back. How's that happen? That's a fix. I think next time there's a giveaway, we keep George out of it. So guys, specifically we're talking about exchange trading today. I'll tell you what exchange trading is by telling you what it's not. It's not MetaTrader 4 trading. It's not MT4 trading. And I'm going to give you some examples of how you can use this to flip your account further, along with other things. So, what we're going to be talking about first is altcoins. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. For those with their cameras on, if you could just let me know with a thumbs up when you can see my screen. I'm just going to go ahead and share it. Okay, here we go. Fantastic. Can everyone see my screen? Okay, cool. Fantastic. Right. I want you to make a note of this website, coingecko.com. What is coingecko.com? Guys, there are currently, follow my cursor, there's currently over 6,000 coins out there in the marketplace, okay? Notably, there's things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, which we're all aware of, but there's so many other coins that we can be making money from on a regular basis. And, where did I learn this? DCX Academy. That's why I'm sharing it with you. Now, if you've heard of a website called CoinMarketCap, it's a very, very similar concept where you can look into each different coin within the market. So let's just use Bitcoin. I'm sure everybody on the coin knows Bitcoin. I'm going to give you a little tutorial of this because if I'm able to do this, it will make more sense. But when you click on via coingecko.com to a particular coin, you can see all the information that you need regarding the coin. You can see, the current price. You can see, the links to different websites, communities. You can see that it's a 21 million max cap supply, that there's 18 million in circulation right now out of 21 million. It gives you the all-time highs. As you scroll down, you get some more data. And then where you can actually look at Bitcoin. So this is what Bitcoin's done in the last day. You can revert this to the last month, the last 3 months, and it gives you a visual representation of where it's going. So if I just go back a step, to the main page, as you can see, there's lots of coins. Some of you will recognize the names: Ethereum, Binance Coin, Cardano, Dot, Ripple, etc., etc. So, you can go into each and every one of these coins. What we're doing with exchange trading, guys, is that we're not placing trades, like I said, on MetaTrader 4. We're placing them through exchanges. And I'll explain what that is in a minute. But our primary reason to be able to make money from these markets is to outpace what Bitcoin is doing, is to outpace what, you know, Ethereum is doing. Because essentially, what do we want to do? We want to use these other coins to make more money and to invest into these coins. This will allow you to actually flip your portfolio into the high cap coins, as they're called, by using the lower cap coins. So, you know, utilize this website. You know, like I said, we want to outpace these other, Bitcoin, because, you know, these other coins, they're just moving at a much faster rate. What's the best way for me to, actually, you know what, let me stop sharing this for a sec. Give you a visual representation. Let me go back to my PowerPoint, wherever it is. Okay, this might help you guys make more sense of it. Okay, fine. Exactly, multiplying Bitcoin. Okay, cool. So let me just delete this for a sec. So does anybody know in the chat? Could someone tell me in the chat right now, what's the current price of Bitcoin? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Exactly. So for the purposes of mathematics, just to make things simpler, I'm just going to say that Bitcoin's price is 50,000. I'm going to say 50,000, okay? So I'm just going to write this up on here right now. So actually, let me make this a bit clearer and bigger for you guys as well. So sorry, guys. Let me just, okay. BTC, and let's just say for the purposes of math, this is 500. So let me just blow this up a bit. Is that blowing up in size for you guys? Man, what is wrong with this today? I'm so sorry, guys. Technical Tuesday. I'm not that very technical, am I? Right. Okay, so let's just say the price of Bitcoin is 50,000. Okay. Let's just assume that we're looking to ride this to 60,000. Now, as we know with Bitcoin, this could happen today, it could happen tomorrow, it could happen in a month, okay? Let's just say that you're purchasing Bitcoin today at 50,000 with $1,000, all right? $1,000. If the price of Bitcoin from your investment moves from 50 to 60,000, that's a 20% increase on your investment. So what does that mean to the $1,000? That's now worth 1,200. Not bad, right? Like, we know we're in a bullish market. You know, Bitcoin's on a parabolic trend, on the uptrend. That's not a bad result. But let me show you something. Let me use a coin that we invested in recently. I need to go back and forth here, guys. So if I go back here, you can search for coins. We invested in a coin just before Christmas called Aave. Aave is a really cool coin. It's new. It's, you know, it's built on a new blockchain network. And again, you can come in here, you can see the information on Aave, and you can see exactly what it's doing. Where, you know, you can see, you know, on here, you can look at the use cases, the white papers, the communities that are talking about. So this is a really good website. Don't use CoinMarketCap if you guys are using that, by the way. It got purchased by Binance last year, and there's been talk of like manipulation of certain coins that Binance pushes up the tree in order for like people to see that something that was ranked 10th, now that's 6th, and people then go ahead and, you know, invest and buy into that. So, you know, make sure that, sorry guys, I've got a few people in the waiting room. Okay, cool. So yeah, look at Aave, right? Let me show you guys Aave. Aave, let's go back to 3 months. Let's go back to Christmas. Just before Christmas, as you can see here, Aave was around about $80, $80 to $90, right? That was a new coin. If you look at it today, guys, you know, it's at $400, $424, right? It hit 600, I believe, sorry, 500 not too long ago. But look at that there. $80 up to $400. So if I flip back to the PowerPoint just for a second, and I can show you guys exactly what it is that I'm trying to say, why you need to get involved in these coins. So let's just say you're probably not going to invest $1,000 into Aave, right? I'm just giving you a visual representation. So the price of Aave was $80 back in, you know, back in December. Today, it's at $420. Now the math there, it's gone up by, I don't know, 500%. 500%, guys. So what does that mean? That you've actually turned 80 into that. So if you had that at 1,000, oh, why is it done that? I think it's a number. Jesus Christ. Lord help me. Okay, I'll make it simpler. So let's just say you've invested 1,000 into Aave. Instead, you would now have a portfolio of 5,000 because of a 500% increase. So what does that mean? You could take part of this money that you've got. You could put it into Bitcoin. You could put it into Ethereum. You could put maybe some of it into your MetaTrader 4. It just allows you to flip your money further, guys. Does that make sense? So you need to be on the lookout for certain coins. And you know, how do you do this? Through DCX, through Curtis Cobain. He's the main guy that does this. And it's just a great way for you to be able to outpace Bitcoin. Essentially, like I said, what we want to do, guys, we want to purchase more Bitcoin and Ethereum because those are the two main coins that are really going to make a difference. But running with these smaller coins, what we call low cap coins, allows us through the exchanges to get there just a little bit quicker. And then once it hits a particular level, you can either cash it out, like I said, you can push that into a stable coin, you can buy it back. By being connected to the DCX Academy, this is something that I've been able to do successfully for some time. So which coins do you need to buy in order to flip, in order to be able to profit from this? So what you want to do, guys, you want to go to Swipecoin app. So go to myswipecoin.im. Just by the show of twos, does anybody not have access to Swipecoin or the Elite Pack? Just so that I know who I'm talking to. Does anyone not have access to any of these? Could you just drop it in the chat so that I know who I'm talking to? Okay. Okay, cool. All right, so most people then. So what you want to do is you want to go to myswipecoin.im, obviously log in, which I'll do for you. And within this, I'm going to show you a couple of things that you may have not seen before, because I think when people come onto Swipecoin, a lot of people just focus specifically on, the MetaTrader 4 ideas that come from like Picasso and co. So what you have here is you have exchange ideas, guys. And what they do is that they actually send out similar trades to what you get on your MT4, but you place these on the exchanges. I'm going to show you the exchanges in a minute, so don't worry about that. So recently, like there's been Uniswap, VeChain, Ethereum, Ren, all of these low cap coins that, that are about to either be invested by someone, or it could be that they're potentially, had a bit of noise in the media. The Go Live educators will drop it into the exchange ideas chat, very similar to what Picasso does with MT4. Now, which coins do you want to look at? So if you click here on all chats on the left-hand side, there's an area called exchange chat, okay? And then what Curtis has done here is that he's singled out the coins that you guys need to be involved in order to flip your portfolios, to be able to get more money in them, basically. So these are the 5 coins that you really want to spend some money on: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, Cardano, Chainlink. This is updated roughly once a month. So this one came out, I believe, as the dates there, on the American dates, the 12th of February. That's Curtis there, guys. It looks like he's going to an Indian wedding. But yeah, these are the 5 coins that you want to purchase. The best advice I can give you is that however much money that you've got to invest into these, from what I've seen and heard through these sessions, so let's just say you have $1,000, £1,000 from wherever you are in the world. For now, if you're just starting, put 200 into each, and follow what's happening here, and to be able to really make that money grow further. Now, when it comes to exchanges, I'm going to show you a couple in a minute, but this is an exchanges where you essentially purchase your coins from. Now, you'll have heard of things like Coinbase, Binance. Maybe you haven't heard of things like Kraken, Uniswap, Exodus Wallet, which sits on your desktop, the crypto.com app. What Curtis has done on here, he's ticked exactly where you want to buy these coins from. So, for example, Cardano and Polkadot aren't available on Coinbase. So you would probably need to go to somewhere like Kraken. Kraken's really cool. I use it. And it's a great way to do that. within these sections, he's looking at what's called substitutes. These are like up and coming coins. So again, I mentioned Aave just a minute ago, Cosmos, Stellar Lumens, Litecoin, you know, Uniswap. These are coins that are relatively low in their existence. But if you put money into those, you can make more money further in order to then, once it hits the level that you need it to hit, you can exchange it for like a Bitcoin or an Ethereum. So do check out this section within the website, guys. It is very much, you know, informative. You know, a lot of the information that you get on when to purchase a coin doesn't come specifically from the app. You do have to invest time onto the go lives. I'll show you the timetables as this presentation goes along. But it's a great way for you guys to flip your money. It's a really, really cool way to flip your money. Now, like I said, I'm going to show you some of these exchanges in a bit. But before you do anything, guys, I'm going to talk to you about security. It's very, very, very important that you do things the right way. See, the thing is right now in the world, with cryptocurrency going the way it is, you know, $1 trillion has been invested into this market and it's only going up, right? What you need to do is really be secure. I'm going to come onto the security and ledger stuff, but yeah, great question, guys. So, you know, basically, you know, there's different ways in which you can store it. Guys, do me one favor, right? I'm going to host a Q&A at the end. I was going to say this in a little bit, just keep your questions on the side. I'll tell you when to drop them, because if you drop them now, I'm not going to see them in a little while. So I will cover these at the end, so don't worry about that. So security is a major, major part of this, guys. And it starts with your email. So if you're setting up your exchanges, your brokers and stuff through, you know, your Gmail accounts, your Hotmail accounts, your Outlook accounts, don't. Guys, make a note of this website and make an account today. This is called Proton Mail. This has been recommended by the DCX Go Live educators, and it's one of the most secure email platforms out there. It enables two-factor authentication. It's got secure servers, and you know it keeps all your information, you know, even more protected. Now you might say to me like, Rupen, well, you know, I keep my Gmail on lock. I always put my password in. That's cool. But this is just adding layers and layers of extra security. Guys, there's a lot of hackers out there in the world. There's a lot of scammers. And, you know, as this space is growing even further and further, there's literally crooks out there that are going to find ways to hack people's email accounts, you know, get into people's cell phones, get into, you know, people's, you know, Gmails, for example. So Proton Mail is something that you guys really, really want to take advantage of. I won't log into mine, but as you can see from the screenshots that are here, you know, it's very similar layout to like Gmail. You have your inbox, you have your send. You can download the app. I use the app. If you actually link it to like your Gmail account, which I do, you can actually get a notification on your Gmail to tell you that there's a message in your Proton Mail. So like I said, it's, you know, it's one of the best and, you know, most secure, you know, email accounts out there. I would actually go as far as saying, guys, anything financial in your life, take it from wherever you have it on Gmail, Hotmail, and migrate it to this. Because if you've got anything like online banking, you know, you've got mortgages, bank payments, wire transfers, you know, buy-to-lets, whatever it is, any finances that you have, migrate it over to Proton Mail. It's just that extra sense of security, okay? So that's the first bit of security that you need. The second bit that you need is that I want you all to download this app after this call. It's called Google Authenticator. Now, what Google Authenticator allows you to do is to add another layer of security. So I'm going to show you how this works. Basically, you can set this up with your exchanges. Binance, Kraken, I'm pretty sure Coinbase has it. I'm not sure. I don't really use Coinbase anymore. But you can use it for certain brokers. You know, those of you that trade crypto through KOT Forex, you can set up a two-factor authentication. I'm actually going to show you how this works. So I'm going to log into my Kraken account right now. And I'll show you how this works through my phone. So I'll go onto Kraken, let this load, and where's the sign in button? Okay, here we go. Here's the sign in button. So normally when you might be on a website, you might have your email address and your password populated there already, okay? Sometimes it's there, like it is there. Obviously this one's hidden. I could reveal that to show it to you. I'm not going to. Actually, I've moved money from out of here anyway. But yeah, all you do is you sign in. Now, normally this will take you to wherever you want to go. Now, I've set up a Google two-factor authentication on this, whereby now, once I go into the app, if I just stop sharing so you can see my screen, if I go into my app, and you will see, let me find the app. So it's this app here, Authenticator. Can you see it? And you click on it, and what it does, it generates a 6-digit code. So you can see at the top, it's there for Kraken. This thing changes every 30 seconds, guys. So if you take this, you can see it's already going red. It's giving me like a countdown. It's changed already. So what you're doing is you're just adding another layer of security to managing your money. You need to understand that, we're putting money into these exchanges and brokerages. This is real money. Like, you need to act like there's $1 million in there already, because as the months and years go by, your account will go from 5 figures to 6 figures to 7 figures. It's inevitable. So you need to protect it at all costs. So look, you can see this number's changing constantly. Let me see if I can go back and actually pump this in. I might be too late. So look, as you can see, I need to put in the 6-digit code. Let's see if I can be quick before it changes again. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, let me get another. Okay, it's giving me another one now. Give me 1 sec. Sorry, guys. It's the first time I'm doing this on a call. 986. 723. So I don't mind sharing this on the screen, because like I said, it's going to update every 30 seconds. Okay, for whatever reason, it's not working. That's how good the security is. So, okay, fine. My apologies. That would normally take me to the Kraken homepage, where then I can do exchange trading and stuff like that. So, download that app. And again, when you download this app, guys, you need to do it via your desktop, I believe. Do it through Proton Mail. Everything that you do now with IM, everything that you do with trading, do it via Proton Mail. You don't have to, it's up to you, but I just realized that, Mo, thank you. It's an email code, I realized. So yeah, basically, I didn't want to open up my email. But basically, you need to just keep things secure. I don't ever want to be in a position like 3 months, 6 months down the line where, I've heard a message, I'm like, yo, man, Kalena had six figures in a trading account. It's no longer there. Annika had 5 figures in a trading account. It's no longer there. These are extra security steps that you need to do. So step number 1, set up your email. Number 2, Google Authenticator. And put that across other things. It might exist with like your online banking or whatever. The third thing you want to do, guys, is that you want to invest in a cold storage wallet. Now, the one that we recommend is what's called a Ledger Nano. I know many of you have this, but for those of you that don't, this is basically a cold storage wallet that allows you to, keep your cryptocurrency even safer. Now, word of advice: when you go to purchase the Ledger Nano, there's 2 that you can get. You can buy the Ledger Nano S, or you can buy the X. The difference between the S and the X is the X is newer, it's slightly bigger, it has a bigger screen, it's a bit more user-friendly, and it allows more coins to be, put through there. The Ledger Nano S is good for entry level. I bought one of these last year. I kept having to take coins on and off. So in the end, I just went ahead and I purchased another one here. Guys, word of advice: do not buy this from anywhere than the official store. So if I click on this one here, it should say shop.ledger. There you go, shop.ledger.com. Don't buy it from eBay. Don't buy it from Amazon. I know that many of you already have. Now, I'm only telling you what I know. I'm only telling you what I've heard. But the difference is if you buy it directly from the source, it comes straight from them to you. You know, when you're looking to purchase these things from Amazon, you don't know how long these things have been sat on the shelves in the Amazon warehouse, right? You don't know who else has been able to open and get the password from inside, wrap it up. This stuff is existing, guys. Yeah, don't think, oh, I'm gonna buy it from Amazon because it's £5 cheaper, $5 cheaper. I got Prime next delivery. Wait those extra few days. Wait those extra few days. And this essentially allows you to store your wallet offline. So you have to put in, you know, there's a 24 sequence password. It will ask you for particular phrases. You need to write it down. I'm not going to explain what that is. You guys can YouTube it. But those are the 3 steps with security that you guys want to take advantage of, okay? So when it comes to exchanges, here's another bit of advice that I would recommend. If you're looking to like really, you know, increase your altcoin portfolio, you know, as you saw from that grid earlier, you're going to need to purchase it off different exchanges. It's just the way it is, guys. It's just the way it is. I think as time goes by, other exchanges will adopt more coins, but it's just the way it is. It's no different to like going to Foot Locker to buy a pair of Jordans, but if you go to JD Sports, you ain't going to get it there. It's just what they carry. It's just what they carry, right? So when it comes to exchanges, here's another bit of security advice. I would recommend starting with one exchange where you put your bank card on there to purchase your coins. And then if you're looking to purchase coins of other platforms or other exchanges, purchase it in Bitcoin there in your primary one where your card is, and then transfer Bitcoin from exchange to exchange. The more websites that you have your bank details and your information on, it's not a good thing. So if, for example, you have Coinbase, okay, you have Coinbase where you have like where you're able to deposit like your local currency to purchase coins, but you want to buy a coin from Uniswap or Kraken, transfer funds in Bitcoin from Coinbase to those other exchanges, and then that way it just makes it more secure. Okay, so for anyone that doesn't know about Coinbase, you know, if you want to start with that, you can. I think that's what we start with. But if you're purchasing anything, guys, do not use Coinbase. Use Coinbase Pro. I'm just going to give, for those of you that don't know, just a 10-second demonstration on the pros and cons for Coinbase. So this is taking a second to load, so maybe I'll come back to that one. Oh, shoot, they both are. Give me 1 second, guys. I think I have multiple tabs open. Okay, here we go. Okay, so if I go to prices. So if I wanted to buy Bitcoin today, okay, so I would go to here, I would click on Bitcoin, and what I would do is that I would wait for this to load. So let's just say I wanted to buy $100 worth of Bitcoin today. As you can see, this is linked to like my bank account. You can preview the buy, and you know, it'll tell you everything there. Now look at the difference when the numbers go higher. If I was to purchase £1,000 worth, sorry, £1,000 worth of Bitcoin right now, you know, you can see here that the fee is nearly £40. That's about 55 US dollars. If you go to Coinbase Pro, which is essentially the same website, but it's more for like trading and stuff like that, you'll be able to see a massive difference. So if you're looking to purchase coins, guys, to start off with, do use Coinbase Pro. I'm just going to check the chat box while this is loading. Proton Mail mode. It's called Proton Mail. Proton Mail. Okay, cool. So look, that's on ETH. Let me change this to Bitcoin to GBP. Now, if, for example, I wanted to buy $1,000 worth of Bitcoin from here, $5, guys. That's like $6. So look at the difference. $40 over here, $5 over here. So those of you that use Coinbase and you're being hit with fees, move over to Coinbase Pro. I do believe the same login details work. You know, you'll obviously maybe need to create an account. And then once you've got the money in here, you can exchange it to your Coinbase, to your Binance, or wherever it is. So, you know, that's some essential security that I wanted to share with you guys. There's loads of other things like the Exodus wallet, you know, Trezor, you know, people like Trezor, you can use that. But, I'm just relaying to you what I use and like, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a Go Live educator. But yeah, this has hopefully been helpful. Guys, I've been rambling for like 20, 30 minutes. Is this making sense? Like, I usually like to interact with 1s and 2s and 3s, but I've got so much that I wanna cover off. So can you just give me some signs? Perfect. Right. So that's about exchanges. That's about how to purchase coins. I've given you an overview of like the altcoin space and the security element of it. Now I want to talk to you guys about NFTs. Excuse me while I take a sip. Now, NFTs. Does anybody know what NFTs are? I'm not asking if you've heard of it. Put a 111 in the chat if you know what NFTs are. Yes, God knows. We got some ones, we got some no's. That's good. I appreciate your honesty. Okay. Non-fungible tokens, guys. This is the hottest space in crypto right now. And I'm going to just show you some examples of like how you can take advantage of this. Before you understand what non-fungible tokens are, I probably just need to explain the difference between fungibility and non-fungibility. So I'm just going to go ahead and share my PowerPoint again. Hopefully you guys can see this. So guys, fungible assets is, as it says here, the ability of a good or asset that's readily interchangeable for another of a like mind. A classic example would be, if I'm with one of you guys right now and I have a $20 bill in my wallet and I say to you, hey, have you got 2 10s? You'd be able to exchange two $10 bills for a $20 bill. Okay, that's a fungible asset where you can like for like change hands for something for another thing. Non-fungible assets are goods or assets that are unique, irreplaceable, and one of a kind. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you on the next slide some examples of what this exactly is. Now, ultimately there's 4 different types of assets in the world, which are either fungible or non-fungible. Okay, so over here at the top, you've got the fungible assets, at the bottom, the non-fungible. On the left, physical, and on the right-hand side, gold. I'm going to spend a few seconds on this just to help share, this might be something you haven't heard before. So like I said, a fungible asset is something that you can share, something that you can have in smaller increments. So again, if you went to the casino, if you're in Vegas and you walk in with a $10,000 chip from the cashier, you'd be able to go and sit at a blackjack or roulette table and exchange that $10,000 chip for 500 increments, $100 increments, and you can exchange that fungibility. Gold is exactly the same. For those of us that trade gold, it's something that we can do. Casino haram. Okay. I love Vegas. I can't fault that. So, these are typical examples of fungible assets. Digital assets that are fungible are things like Bitcoin. Now, we know already that, the price of Bitcoin is, 50,000, 53,000. You don't need 50 or 40,000 or 20,000 or whatever price it's been at to purchase Bitcoin. If you're new to this call and you're here for the first time today, you can buy these in smaller increments. They're called Satoshi. So like I showed you on the previous example, you can purchase Bitcoin for 100, 1,000, 20, whatever it is. Other examples are things like Ethereum. Again, people say I own Ethereum. Ethereum actually has its own what do you call it? Sub currency, a bit like Satoshis. They're actually called like Gways and Ways. So if you haven't heard this, again, don't let this confuse you. But other denominations, that's the word I was looking for, smaller denominations, Gways and Ways. I'm not going to go into this. You guys can look into this. But yeah, those are typical examples. Other examples of digital fungible assets, frequent flyer points, loyalty points that you might have on your supermarket card. And you can exchange this for something. You can exchange it for another good. For example, if I don't know, if you're flying from here to Vegas, for example, and you have an account with Virgin, you can exchange, I think it's 35,000 points for a first class seat. That's an example of a digital fungible asset where you've got on your card, you can exchange it, 50,000 if you want to do a reverse flight. There's all different types of things out there. Tesco Club club card points for those of you in the UK. In America, you might have like Walmart, CVS. So, these are typical assets that are, they're worth money, but in a fungible way. Now, non-fungible assets. These are things like the previous slide said, goods or assets that are unique, irreplaceable, and one of a kind. So let's think of something like the Mona Lisa, which that image is clearly trying to show us. If I owned the Mona Lisa, I couldn't tear it or cut it into 4 pieces and give it to 3 of my family or friends. That then becomes not redeemable. It becomes valueless. Similar to a house. I couldn't like split my house in half and have one half here and the other half here. Same thing with like theater tickets, cinema tickets. Think about if you're on a Friday night, you're going to the movies. Who remembers going to the movies on a Friday night? Such a long time ago, right? You're going to the movies on a Friday night, you're picking up your bae in the car and you're going to see a movie. You and your missus, you can't walk into the cinema with 1 ticket and tear it in 2. Like the usher you hand it to is going to be like, hold on a minute, mate. You're trying to pull something on here. So you need to have unique individual assets. Those are physical assets, right? Now, this is what I'm going to share with you today, guys. The digital non-fungible assets, NFTs. Things like video game skins, Fortnite costumes. I'm going to show you something in a minute like Crypto Kitty, trademarks for deeds. These are things that are blowing up. And right now, millions and millions, sometimes billions are being invested into this every single week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share some of these examples with you just to show you how insane this space is. So let's go back to CoinGecko. I showed you this guys already. Make sure you've got it noted. Now, the good thing about CoinGecko versus CoinMarketCap and those type of websites is that if you look here at the top, they actually now have their own section for NFT, non-fungible tokens. They have an area for like the markets, DeFi. I'm not going to go into that today. So if you click on NFT, this will list all the different coins within the NFT space. Okay. As you can see right now, the market cap is already at $8 billion. Guys, this wasn't something that I knew a few months ago. I got a few guys in my team that were on this. They're like real crypto enthusiasts. And they were like, Rupen, get involved in this, get involved in this. Engine Coin's been doing bits. Some of these names you won't know. Flow is amazing. I'm going to show you an example of that in a minute. Here's a cool one, Wax. So let me show you Wax. Wax is a coin that's actually built on the Ethereum network, guys. As you can see here, it's got a slightly larger supply, like just over, 3 billion. But you can see that it's currently at 18 cents. If we go down towards the chart, let's just have a look at what it's done in the last few months. So wait for that to load. Again, look at this, guys. Again, this coin 3 months ago was at 3 cents. Now it's up to nearly 20 cents. Excuse me, that's a 600% increase. Remember at the beginning I was showing you, everybody's willing to get Bitcoin, and so you should be. Your aim ultimately must to be able to get as much Bitcoin and Ethereum as you can. But if you can subset some of your money and put it into something like Wax, and within 3 months you can increase that by 600%, all you do is then take that money from Wax and then put it into something like Bitcoin. It doesn't have to be the whole pie. It might be, it's similar to like taking partials on a trade. Maybe you've hit your take profit one, you want to take some partials and move it into Bitcoin. That's the best analogy that I can give. Yes, George, ETH is Bay. ETH is Bay, man. You really want to be owning up to 5 ETH this year, guys. It will really make a difference. Now, if I scroll back up, again, what's so good about this website, now they have the NFTs on here, guys, you have things like white papers, use cases. You can go to the website to see what's popping. If you're into things like the Reddit and Twitter community, you can find out information there. So if I just click on the website here, It started there with the king of NFTs. The reason why they call themselves it, they're not the king of NFTs, but they were one of the first to ever start it. And they've partnered up with some amazing platforms like Capcom, like Street Fighter's doing some really cool things on here at the minute with them. For anyone that's old enough, you might remember things like Garbage Pail Kids. Guys, this is very similar to like collectibles, things that people want to own. Ultimately, what NFTs is, guys, it's a flex. It's a flex. You don't need to spend $5,000 on a Louis Vuitton handbag, but you do. You don't need to spend $600 on some Air Jordan retros, but we do. It's a flex. This will make more sense. If this is new to you, it will make more sense. So again, check out these websites, look at their use cases. A lot of these are actually built on the Ethereum network, which is really cool. So again, if this is going over your head, I will share the recording. You can rewatch this. My best advice is also to jump onto things like Go Live. Bondly's another one. If I go back here, Bondly's been doing bits. Bondly was actually partnered up with, does anyone know who Logan Paul is? Drop it in the chat if you know who Logan Paul is. So Logan Paul, famous YouTuber, wannabe UFC fighter, wants to beat up like, McGregor and, Floyd Mayweather, and, he's doing and selling a lot of his NFT space items on things like Bondly. So again, you can look at this website, you can check out what it is that they're doing. You can check out the circulating supply. Bondly's been, I think it's been a bit up and down over the last 90 days, for example. When I first heard about it, yeah, there you go. It was down at like, 15 cents. It's been a bit choppy. But again, still decent returns, right? So, look into things like that. These are collectibles, guys. NFTs. I actually just skipped something. I forgot to show you guys something. The two most notable NFTs that have come out in the last week is this. So for anyone who knows who Jack Dorsey is, Jack Dorsey is the CEO of Twitter and Square. And, he actually auctioned off his first tweet. I have to spell his name right, huh? He actually auctioned off his first tweet this week. He auctioned off his tweet. Now you can't physically own a tweet, but digitally you can. So what he's done is he's auctioned off his first tweet and he's looking to raise millions for charity. And people have been bidding 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, etc. Like, guys, this is insane. Another one is Grimes, the music artist Grimes, maybe more famous for, being Elon Musk's wife. She sold some digital art this week as NFTs for $6 million. Guys, I'm gonna let this play. I don't even know what this is, but look at it. $6 million for this. Someone paid $6 million to own that. So this is just crazy with NFTs, guys. It's part of the cryptocurrency space. And it's really cool. Now, if you're not into things like what I've just showed you, this might be the thing for you. It hasn't yet launched. It hasn't yet launched. Again, you can find this on the exchanges. It's called Luxo. When I saw this one, I was excited. Me and the boys that, me and my few friends that I have within IAM, we went ahead and looked into this one. Luxo, again, this is a brand new blockchain infrastructure. It's built by the creator of Ethereum through coding. And, if you just click on about, this is the guy here. His name's Fabian Vogelsteller. He was one of the original coders for Ethereum. He built the Ethereum wallet and, he moved away from it. He wanted to create his own blockchain space. Now, when I read about this one, I scrolled down a bit and I looked at the board of advisors that are associated with it, because Luxo is going to be one of the first luxury NFTs. So it's going to do predominantly things to do with fashion, sneakers, handbags, all that type of stuff. Look at the guys that are associated with this company, guys. You've got Daniel Heath, the vice president of digital at Nike. You've got the president of Europe for Chanel. the VP of Burberry for digital technology. Guys, this is the crypto space. For anyone that's telling you, you know, it's a bubble, you know, it's gonna crash. The who's who of people within the corporate world are getting involved in the NFT space through crypto. You know, the list goes on. High Snob Society, if you guys know who this is, you know, this is all to do with like, you know, urban streetwear, fashion. You've got, I don't know who this person is, but he's a musical artist. Someone from Ethereum, Deutsche Bank. The list goes on. The list goes on. Look at this. The head of strategic partnerships as Instagram is a part of Luxo. So, you know, you need to do a bit of work and research into these things, guys. You know, it's not just a case of something's doing well, just pump money into it. I've spent actually, you know, I've been preparing for this call for a couple of months, guys. You know, I thought to myself, once I started getting involved in this, I'm like, damn, I need to tell more people about this. When's it coming out, Simran? I do not know. Like, best thing I would say is subscribe to, I don't think they have a news. I go on here every day. It's just a form of habit, you know, through my portfolio. You know, I see the prices of it every day. And I'll give you some news sources in a minute, guys. I'll give you some news sources in a minute. Yes, Kamal, very good spot there on TradingView. I don't know about that, bro. I think it might, I don't know. Ask me questions at the end. I'm not going to do questions now. Please leave the questions at the end, otherwise I won't be able to answer it. So yeah, Luxo is dope. Now, this is the one that I want to show you guys. This is the one that I've actually, this is my first NFT that I invested in just a few days ago. I can only get excited by this because it's the only one that I can actually give you an example of where I've actually put my money. Now, there's a company called Dapper Labs. This is the last thing that I'm going to leave you with, guys. Then we're going to do a Q&A. So I'll tell you when to drop your questions in. There's a company called Dapper Labs, right? And they've done some serious things. Like these guys, they're looking to change the game. But this is more going to be around sports, music, you know, people's interests and stuff like that, you know, away from things like fashion and music and stuff like that. So again, you can go on here, you can check out their website. They're doing some really cool stuff. Their price is a bit choppy right now. Another one that I want to tell you about is Flow. I don't know if someone mentioned that, but check out Flow. But Dapper Coins have partnered up with some really cool names, and they partnered up with the NBA. Now, for those of you that don't know, the NBA is the National Basketball Association in North America. You know, this is my website. I don't mind showing you this. This is something that I've been looking at for a while. And essentially what you're doing, guys, is that you're owning digital moments from NBA history. So before I share this, just rewind back. I don't know if some of you are a bit too young to remember this, but back when I was a youngster, you know, I'm a couple months older than some of you, but I used to collect like football stickers and cards. You know, think about Pokemon cards, which are huge in China and Japan. You know, these things go for millions, if not billions. I could show you some stuff right now that will actually blow your mind in terms of like what people are purchasing. So what I've invested in is with the NBA, because I saw this and I was like, wow, this is crazy. Actually, before I show this, I think we've got a bit of time. I'm going to show you something nuts. You're not going to believe this, man. So this got launched last year. It's called Crypto Punks. Very similar to like Pokemon, emojis, all that kind of stuff. And, oh shoot, am I on the right website? Yes, I am. This blockchain called Lava Labs, actually, it would help if I shared my screen. There you go. Crypto Punks. Okay, it's a blockchain that got started by a company called Lava Labs. And last year they launched these emojis that you can purchase, okay? Now look at these. Now these are the kind of emojis that you would probably, like if Nokia 3210 did emojis, this is probably what we would get back in the day. Now you're probably thinking, what is this? It's a flex. It's like owning the Pokemon card. It's like owning, you know, a football card. You know, if I had a Maradona football card like years ago, it'd be worth lots of money today. But the good thing about owning these things, guys, you have a serial number, blockchain, everything's attributed to your name. So these guys released 10,000 CryptoPunks last year, and they gave a shit ton away as well. And as you can see, there's various different ones. Now you're probably thinking, Rupen, what are you talking about? What is going on? Look at these stats, guys. The average price of one of these emojis has gone for $20,000 US. Total sales, $142,000, guys. This is something that you need to pay attention to. You need to get on board these things early. How do you do it? Stay connected to what's going on. A lot of these people that may have purchased these or even been gifted these CryptoPunks for free would have got 20 grand just for nothing. You know, just let's have a look at some of them. You know, here's one, you know, it's in real time. Here we go, top sales. I'll show you the NBA thing in a second. I know we're going over a little bit. I want it to be done by 8. That's cool. So look, top sales. You purchase these in Ethereum. Look at this, guys. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what it is. You know, it's one of 24. Check this out. You know, this is owned. This is owned by this person's Ethereum wallet, and you know, you can see the history of how this has changed hands. So if I scroll down to the bottom, you can see that it was purchased for $16, then $500, then someone bought it for $2,500. Someone sold it for $3,000. Look at this, guys. This got sold for $2 million. Someone bought this for $2 million. The best way I can describe this is like someone back in 2011 that bought Bitcoin for like 10 pounds, $10, was now able to sell their Bitcoin for a lot more. Guys, this space is freaking insane. I don't know what it is. It's blowing my mind. I spend more time on this when I'm on IM and Go Live. Sorry, guys, I just need to grab my charger. Sorry. So like, this is just insane. Like, people are spending dumb amounts of money. And again, it's just a flex. It's just a flex. In the same way that whoever's about to buy Jack Dorsey's tweet, it's just a flex. They might own it for a little while, they'll send it on. Just looking at the chat box, man. Yeah, what the hell, what the hell? So look, I'm gonna show you this last thing, which is NBA. This is the only NFT that I've invested in. I've done this in the last few days, to be fair. And like I said, you're owning digital moments of history. So, you know, imagine owning a soccer football card or a baseball card. You know, we know how big baseball cards are in the US. You know, people like Gary Vee, they're always talking about owning baseball cards, investing into these things. So NBA Top Shot, done by Dapper Labs, is where you can purchase the best moments from NBA history digitally. Now you might ask me, well, hold on a minute. Can't you just see this stuff on like Twitter, YouTube? Yeah, you can. And now you can own it. I'm not looking to own this because I'm a huge, you know, Chicago Bulls fan, you know, a Knicks fan, a Miami Heat fan. No. To make money, you know, look at it down here. $200 million in US dollars has already been traded on this website. So I'm going to take you straight. I'm going to take you straight to my account so you get a better idea of what it is. I've purchased a few of these. I'll reveal to you in a minute how much I spent, what it's worth, etc., etc. So essentially, I've just started with 3 of these moments, and you know, as you can see here, I'll blow this up for you. You know, it showcases DeAndre Jordan, who plays for the Brooklyn Nets. You know, I've purchased, you know, one of 35,000 of these. Okay, and again, it's just a short 10-second clip. I'll let this play. I think they have audio. One sec, let me let this play. Essentially, that's it. That is it. You are the owner of that. You know, this is like I was saying to you when I had that grid. These are non-fungible digital assets. So unlike, let's say I had like the world's rarest Pokemon card, right? And, you know, basically I was mugged. I had it in my hand. I was mugged. I didn't have ownership of it. That card that I had is now worthless to me. But when you're buying things on a blockchain with NFTs, you know, each and every one of these moments, the serial number, the date it was purchased, all of that kind of stuff attributes itself to you. So this is one of the rarer ones that I have. As you can see, LE stands here for limited edition. So here's one that I have of Joel Embiid. This one's a dunk. It's a little bit cooler. Like, I won't let the audio play, but you can see, this is a rarer one that I bought. Now, there's two ways to purchase NFTs. These moments via NFTs on the NBA website. Now, you don't have to do it for NBA. I would actually say that if you don't know anything about basketball, don't get involved in this unless you've got some money that you're willing to spend, okay? So there's two ways to buy these. Number one, each week they release packs. As you can see here, they're like sold out, sold out, sold out. Like, they only release a certain amount of time. I've been onto this website, I believe 3 times, and I've only got on the waiting list once. So I think they only service like the first 30 or 60,000 people. I remember the second or third time I went on, I was like 200,000 in the queue. So this is how rare these things are. So you can purchase these packs. As you can see, you can get them for like $200. You can get ones for like that, like 14 bucks. I bought one of these the other day. So there's another place that you can buy them, which is the marketplace, right? So I'm going to show you that in just a sec. But if I go to the marketplace, I'll show you what my one's worth. Who was it? Joel Embiid. Here we go. So I purchased that one that I showed you, the second one, for $5, guys. $5. Which one was it? It was the dunk, right? So if I click on this, you can see here right now, this is what people are willing to pay up to. Okay, this is the one, the moment I just showed you. The minimum that I can get right now is $200. But then there's also bidding prices, and they're way up to $250,000. Now, if you want to look at actual sales, you can scroll down to here, top sales. So look at this today. Look at the date, guys. Look at the date. Only just a few hours ago, someone bought that same moment that I own for $12,000. 12K. Someone bought it earlier for 2,000, 1,500. I don't know why. Collectibles, create a set, create memories. Maybe it's their favorite player, their favorite team. Again, here's some, so all of these are ranging from like 198 to about 200, for example. I could probably go into the marketplace right now and turn that $5 into 200. But because I'm curious, I want to see where this goes. I want to see where this goes. Now, some of you may not know who Joel Embiid is. That's cool. Actually, can someone in the chat box put, anybody know about NBA? Put in a basketball player. Put in someone that relatively everybody will know. Can someone drop one? Steph Curry, Giannis. I want to see. All right, Steph Curry, Jordan. All right, bet. I think they do old ones. I saw one from like 10 years ago the other day. It was going for a lot of money. Kobe Bryant. Oh, I don't know, How do we not check Kobe Bryant? Right, guys, get your Q&As loaded. Once I show you this, I'm going to take a few Q&As. I have no idea if Kobe would be, no, okay, maybe it's current players only. So let's just go with one of the suggestions, which was LeBron James. LBJ. All right, so if I filter this from lowest ask descending, let's see what comes up. So look at this here, guys. LeBron James, a dunk from 12 months ago. Limited edition, 1 of 59. Look at the price points. Look at the price points. 6 figures, guys. Again, if I scroll down to top sales, look at this person, Easy Aces. Purchased this for $125,000. Probably purchased it from someone that either purchased it off someone from a pack. A bit like I showed you those crypto punks a second ago. You start off small, build this. Actually, look at this. This Easy Aces has bought 2. They've actually spent $200,000 on owning this LeBron James moment. NFTs, guys, NFTs. Now, this space isn't going to be just around sports. It's not going to be just around fashion. It's going to blow up into other areas. Now, this company, Dapper Labs, I think they're building right now one for UFC and for Major League Baseball. But the big one in the sports arena is that once, if things like the Premier League, Champions League, FIFA, start releasing these spaces for things like Cristiano Ronaldo moment, a Lionel Messi moment, or like vintage moments from back in the day, this thing is just going to blow up like crazy. So you need to be connected, you know, start looking into NFTs, spend time on the CoinGecko website, you know, stay connected to DCX Academy. You know, this is where I've learned, you know, probably 50% of the stuff from DCX and a lot of the stuff on my own. Like I said, you know, I'm blessed, you know, a few of the guys that I've been able to introduce to IAM, you know, they've been in the crypto space a lot longer than me. So sometimes they hear things before I do. So, you know, that being said, I hope you guys have found this helpful. So guys, I'm going to open up the chat box right now. I will be mindful of your time. Let me go ahead and take some questions. So if you've written them out previously, write them again. You guys are dropping questions for the last hour and now you don't have any? Like what the, I might just end this now, huh? I don't want thank yous, I want some questions. I want to be able to help you guys. I want to be able to help you guys. Now for real, if you don't have questions, it's okay. Gov, here we go. Okay, should we remake our Coinbase broker? Yes, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Luxo, what's the question, Mo? What's the question? Speechless. Thank you, Nikos. Okay, here we go. Harsh. Do they charge you to transfer from NFT to another? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Uniswap, they've actually got not the nicest of fees. I actually haven't exchanged anything yet. I've just purchased things like Aave, things like Luxo, Boldly. So yeah, what coins can you put in your ledger? Most, Anika, most. If you have a ledger and you're subscribed to their email comms, they actually email you to tell you when other coins or NFTs are going to be available. So I think I saw one in the last few days. It did say, you know, Ledger now supported with Polkadot. So again, you probably just need to do a bit of research on that. But go to mysweatcoin.im. You can access that from your phone or desktop, and in that grid I showed you, it will tell you exactly where you can purchase it from as well. God, I've got 8 questions. That's cool, man. Call me later on, bro. Call me later on. If Marwaz and Khalil's on the call right now, I know we're late for our call, but we'll do that afterwards. I saw Khalil on here earlier. KuCoin, I've heard of that one, yes. Okay, guys, these aren't really questions. You're just making statements. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end this now. Do me a favor, like stay connected to this. For a lot of you, it might be the first time that you've heard or seen this space. You know, don't be that person that just, you know, says, yeah, I know about NFTs. Like I know this much about NFTs. You know, I'm learning. I've been learning since the beginning of January. And, you know, I'll aim to deliver more to you guys as well. I think a conversation that I had with myself when I was preparing for this call earlier today is that I think what I might do is similar to what Nish has done with DeLorean, whereby if you rewind like 6-7 months ago, like 90% of us didn't know what DeLorean was. You know, big up to Nish, you know, he went away and he, you know, he studied it. And when he was ready, he was able to do a call like this. I think you guys have gotten some value today, I think, from your reactions and your nods and your comments. And, you know, basically what I'll look to do, you know, I'll speak to the other leaders, maybe like every 2 weeks, every 4 weeks, I'll be able to do a call, you know, condense everything that I'm able to acquire, give you guys some more knowledge, some source, and, you know, let's create a little crew. And, you know, for those of you that are interested, like I said, you can hit me up on IG. My Instagram is Rupen_Vara. Drop me a message. And yeah, man, let's chat. I'll look to do one of these in the next couple of weeks. Like I said, for those of you that don't know, you know, we plan our weekly calls in advance. So, you know, maybe another 2 to 3 weeks. But guys, thank you very much. I appreciate each and every one of you. This wasn't the most interactive Zoom that I've ever held, but I didn't want it to be. You know, I had a lot of information from my notes that I've had. I've actually only gone through about 80% of stuff. So I have even more to talk to you guys about next time. But guys, thank you so much. Go back to the group chats. Tell them, you know, we had 80 or so people on the call. Tell people what they missed. What didn't they get? You know, what didn't they get? I'll drop the recording later on for you guys to watch. Peace. I'm out, guys. Much love.